Guys, I was talking about making mason jar tea, and I'm making a little different kind of tea today. So I've got my half gallon, 2 quart jar, half gallon jar, and I had been steeping forsythia flowers. So I collected the forsythia flowers off of a neighbor's plant with permission, and I poured boiling water over the after I washed them and picked just the flowers off. And so now I have a strainer, and I'm just going to pour this over and get all that goodness. And you may notice I've got a funnel and I've got just a wire sieve. And I'm going to pour this through, and I have the most gorgeous, can't wait to show you, the most gorgeous Forsythia tea. And so the strainer gets kind of all the flower parts out because nobody wants to drink that. And I'm just kind of pressing down on it. I'm going to get the rest of the goodness out of the jar if I can. And I've got another strainer, and I've actually got a knife that I can get it. Let me try to shake it just a bit. But you want to get as much of the flour out, dang it, as you can. Let me get this. Okay, that's good enough. I'll go back in for that later. And then I just press down and get even more of that goodness out. If I had a potato masher, but I don't eat taters, so I don't have a potato masher. So I can just, my hands are clean. I can get them in there like that and just squeeze the goodness out. Now, let's talk about, so I'll take the flowers out to the compost pile. But this is Forsythia. And let me put that over there. And hand towel, hold on. Look at this. I have this big, let's see how much I have. I have, gosh, over 6 cups, just over 3 pints of gorgeous Forsythia tea. So with this tea, what do I do with it? So I could drink it. I could actually pour it over some ice, maybe put a little sweetener, whatever you prefer, and enjoy it just as a tea. Or I have some Pomona pectin, so I can use this to make a really nice sugar-free Forsythia jelly, which is what I'm going to do with at least 4 cups of it. And I can also use some grass-fed gelatin or just regular gelatin, doesn't have to be grass-fed. And I can make my own homemade jello with my preferred sweetener and using some of the Forsythia. So what does it taste like? Well, let me grab a glass and we'll find out. Hold, please. Okay, so I've got some ice, and I'm going to pour a little Forsythia tea over it. Not much, because I want to save it for other things. I do have a friend who has a Forsythia bush who invited me to go get more from her. So let's give it, it smells really florally, which should be no surprise. Oh my gosh. That is like drinking honey. It's so good. It tastes, I can't explain what it tastes like. It tastes almost yellow. Now, you have to be careful. You don't want it to be bitter. If you steep it too long, it can be bitter. If you get any of the green parts in, it can be bitter. But this is what it looks like. And this would be awesome like in the summer. It's kind of cool here today. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. But this would be awesome on the porch. It's really good, guys. I could also see putting some lemon pieces in with it. The other tea I have to make is dandelion tea. Now, I didn't have a lot of dandelion flowers. When you're collecting dandelion, you want to, I'm just going to use this. I don't need a funnel because it's a smaller jar, but I've got a clean jar and I'm pouring the dandelion in. When you're collecting this, it's kind of a pain because you don't want to get all of the, you don't want to get the green. You just want to get the yellow petals. And so they're really tiny. And I wish I had the camera angle better where you could see more of this, doggone it, but I'm just filtering it out. It's so, so pretty. I'll put the rest in there, the same kind of thing. I'll squish it down. There we go. And you would expect something like this to kind of taste like hay. It does not taste like hay. Again, this will go into my compost pile because there's been nothing but dandelion flowers and put this in compost. There's been nothing but dandelion flowers in there, dandelion flowers and hot water. So could not be more safe. And then I'll empty the rest of this in here. I don't know how much I'm going to have. I may have to go with a different jar too, but we'll give this a taste. I've already had some of this, and it is, talk about honey. It is such a honeyish, honey type kind of flavor. Let me let that sit. I'm gonna rinse this jar out, and I'll be back. So to finish this, I had to get a clean jar, and I've still got this much to pour over. So I'll pour this over. And again, I'm just pouring it through a sieve. And let me clean the sieve out. All this is going in the compost pile, which will go into the garden eventually if the cows don't get into it. And no, we don't have cattle, but we lease the pasture to a local farmer who does have cattle. So I got almost a quart, maybe a quart and a cup of dandelion tea, and this is still kind of coming out. Gosh, that's a mess. Again, and again, what I plan to do with this, I will enjoy some just as a plain dandelion tea because it does taste like honey. It's so delicious. Like I said, don't get the green parts in there. The green parts make it bitter. Hang on, guys, I'm still straining it. And I'll try this as a tea as well. Like I said, I have had some of this and it was delicious. Again, don't get the green part. You just want the yellow flower. So it does take a while. You want to go and gather them when they're open, of course, just the flower part. Bring them inside, wash them. I like to wash them and then lay them out because sometimes there are little bugs that crawl out later. All right, so that's done. I'll show you what I have. I have this and this. This is dandelion tea. And look at the difference in color. So you've got this for dandelion and you've got this for goldenrod. Yeah, my dandelion's a little bit darker. All right, let me get some ice and we'll try the dandelion in just a minute. Okay, so I've got my clean jar with a little bit of ice. I'll put the dandelion tea in there. Just a little bit because I do want to use it for other things. And by the way, guys, when you're foraging, don't make sure that you're getting stuff from areas that haven't been sprayed. I don't collect from the yard where the dogs go out. I'm getting a little liquid sweetener in here. I don't collect from where the dogs go out, and I don't collect from like the side of the road where there might be sprays. So dandelion tea, Forsythia tea. Dandelion's my favorite. It's an absolute favorite. It truly does taste like honey. So if this tastes like honey, this, I can't tell you which one's better. Maybe, yeah, dandelion. Dandelion's better. This is a little more floral tasting. I may have let it steep a little too long. A hint of bitterness. This, on the other hand, is just like honey. Or just like what I remember honey to be. Anyway, I hope that if you go out and you decide to make some dandelion tea or some Forsythia tea or lilac tea or wild violet tea, I hope that you enjoy just being outside. You know, for me, a lot of collecting it, I'm outside, I'm doing squats, I'm bending down, I'm just outside in the sunshine and nature. And I love the gathering as much as I love making stuff like this. But it takes no time at all. I come in, wash it, pick the flowers out, and then I let it steep until it's cool, put it in the fridge, 5, 6, 8 hours maybe with dandelion, even overnight. Pull it out, strain it just like I did today, and then you can enjoy it as tea. You can enjoy it as a gelatin, which then you can make a dessert with. You can enjoy it even as a jelly. There's so many incredible possibilities. So anyway, if you do it, let me know and have fun. Stay safe out there, guys.